What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, as well as VeChain and the S&P 500 if we have time. As you guys know, we are wrapping up VeChain here on the channel, and there's only pretty much a few days left before we do a different cryptocurrency for review. So definitely make sure to drop a comment down below as to what altcoin you would like to see reviewed here on the channel. It doesn't matter if it's your favorite or one you see the most potential in. I just want to know because I plan on picking one for next week's videos. Otherwise, to talk about today's video specifically and the technical analysis, we do have to talk about the bottom support right here on the XRP formation. We've noticed the past couple of days a stepping stone like or a stair-stepping pattern on XRP, as well as Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies breaking through all-time highs and heading up even higher. So there are some very interesting trends and things we have to talk about. If you guys saw my latest or most recent post on the community tab, I did actually say I bought into XRP at a bottom support, and believe it or not, I got stopped out, and I want to talk about that in a little bit. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial this way. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. Alright guys, now before we jump into the technical analysis, I just want to let you guys know we are still doing the raffle for the giveaway, and I'm going to be doing the drawing tomorrow. I just noticed the video did really well. We have about 1,000 comments, and I just want the last ones to trickle in so everybody can have an opportunity, and then we'll be doing that drawing tomorrow morning. So definitely stay tuned for tomorrow's episode if you want to see if you've won. Otherwise, I want to give a huge shout out to Apollo for sponsoring today's episode. Basically in the mail, I got an email basically asking to review another hardware wallet, and I thought it'd be really cool to check it out. So they actually sent me a hardware wallet and basically said to show everyone what it is and enjoy it. And so it's definitely a pretty cool thing, especially in this space in today's time where, you know, pretty much external hardware wallets are almost a necessity now if you're in cryptocurrency for the long term. It's definitely best to take cryptocurrency off exchanges if you plan on holding for a very long time. For those that aren't familiar with Mt. Gox, it was a very popular exchange that was selling Bitcoin, and it got hacked and people lost millions of dollars in Bitcoin, and that's why it makes sense to take it off your computer and off exchanges if you plan on holding longer than, I would say, a year at most, and are not playing around with it, you know, over and over again. So as you can see, this is pretty much what the hardware wallet looks like. I just want to read you guys a few quick things about the exchange. Obviously, one of the big things is security. So they obviously have EAL certifications, are the go-to security certifications for hardware wallets specifically. Most of the best wallets fall into an EAL 1 to 5. Apollo stores your crypto assets offline with an EAL 6+ rating, which is pretty cool. It's a genuine device check, USB encryption, anti-theft protection, PCB encapsulation, and randomized keyboard, so it's pretty cool. The IoT Secure certification is one of the first wallet that is externally audited by Digital Security Paris branch for IoT Secure certification. They also have EAL 6+, which is a secure element. To make sure your crypto stays safe, they've used the most secure chip available in the market, basically to not take any sort of risks or things of that nature. Now, they did make it fairly simple. They have a backup and recover with a single touch. They have a coin exchange, and it's pretty cool the amount of coins that they offer. So Apollo supports 120 plus coins and 200 plus tokens. Not only that, you can now send, receive, and exchange all supported cryptocurrencies from a single intuitive app, which is available on the Android App Store, and they also have it for desktop or laptop, which is pretty cool. So it's available for Mac, Windows, and Linux. So they also have a secure password manager, which is pretty awesome. And not only that, they were actually featured on Forbes, which is pretty cool, for the Apollo wallet, which boasts about a 3.2 touchscreen that works with its own desktop app. The wallet, like we said, is multi-sig, open source, and works with, like we said, 110 coins and 200,000 62,000 tokens. So definitely make sure to check it out. Obviously, I am linking them in the description down below if you do want to check them out. Otherwise, huge shout out to Apollo for sponsoring today's episode. And to jump into the technical analysis, I do have the current coin market cap pulled up really quick. You can see top 10 cryptocurrencies across the board. We're seeing a lot of, consolidation right now, not really seeing a big pump or dump or anything like that. Everything is pretty much just consolidating outwards. Now, yesterday I did put out a community tab, which I can probably pull up right here. And as you guys can see, I bought into XRP. We hit the bottom support, and as explained in today's video, we're already bouncing up. So who else got in? So you can see it right here. And I did get stopped out, and I want to talk about that in a second. So a lot of you guys commented here, boom, boom, boom. It's a very interesting matter, especially for the way the coin is dipping. So as you guys can see, the past, we've been looking at this on the 4 hour. 4 hour is very aggressive. I did buy in. I did make a tiny bit of profit, like no more than like $150, and then I immediately got stopped out, which is fine. I mean, it was a quick trade, got in, got out. Every trade that I pretty much talk about here on the channel, I always put a stop loss in just to cover potential reversals to the downside. And as you can see, we bought in the second we saw confirmation of a bottom touch right here. So as you guys can see from the community tab that I put in, you can see it was exactly right at that bottom. I'm surprised I can't zoom in on here, but oh well. It was right at the bottom right here. That's when we bought in, and then we immediately started to truck to the other side. And you can see that's where we bought in right here, right around $1.60. And then we started to move up. At the top, we hit $1.88. And I just put in, and every time we went up, I just moved that stop loss up a little bit higher. I sold off, bought back in, and put a stop loss up a little lower. So we were able to lock in no more than like $150 in profit. I didn't really go that heavy with my trade. And then immediately after that, we started to see the market reverse downwards, and that stopped me out completely. And now we're pretty much left battling this bottom support, which is just extremely interesting. And noticing now, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm starting to see XRP start to reverse lower. This may be the top for XRP for the next couple of days. It's very interesting. The fact that we're breaking through support here, we're just going to wait to see if the 4 hour candle closes. I mean, it doesn't really do us much justice if we look at it on the daily. The daily has a terrible uptrend right here. I mean, this is just nothing to boast about and look at. But on the 4 hour, it just shows that sign that we're breaking through that bottom support, which indefinitely means we're probably starting to reverse downwards. If we held above here, well, we probably would have headed back upwards. But the fact that we're breaking through here on the 4 hour is a sign, a big sign of potential resistance and reversals to the downside. So right now, my target is potentially seeing a correction or a pull back down to $1.13. I know that's a little scary. Maybe first $1.37, and then if we break through that, $1.13. But my next, position would be potentially to short this on the 4 hour back down to bottom support. But we just have to see how exactly we have to play out, and that's pretty much how it goes for pretty much all the cryptocurrencies we're going to be talking about today on the channel. I definitely just be a little careful right now. We had a major run. We're literally only buying in at the bottom. This was FOMO. I mean, we bought in very last minute into a major rise. We made a ton of profit off the original investment at 57 cents, and then that immediate correction all the way up. We capitalized all the way up to like 95 cents. That was the biggest run we capitalized on. Everything since then was consolidation, and then we just pumped higher. So if you guys capitalized on this, which I know some of you guys did, made like 30 grand, which is insane, good. It's a good investment. Now, moving forward, though, it's going to be higher risk. We were extremely overbought just a little whiles ago. When we retested bottom support, that's when we bought in for a small trek to the upside. But the fact that we saw this reversal downwards is kind of leading more towards the fact that we could see a reversal lower. And an immediate pull to $1.38 is really where my head's at, especially after a beautiful pump to the upside. As for the other cryptocurrencies, Ethereum did hit a new all-time high yesterday, but you can see it's starting to form what appears to be a reversal forming doji. This would ultimately mean potential correction back to bottom support. All right, as you guys can see, I do have Bitcoin pulled up here, and I did actually get stopped out of this position too. This one I actually managed to take a small loss, which is unfortunate. But, I mean, I did cover my, you got to cover your ass. We bought in the second we saw confirmation, a break above this bottom support here, which is okay at 63,500. We put a stop loss right here at opening at the 61,280 mark, which was where this bottom support was. And we immediately reversed downwards and kind of just touched it. We literally touched it and reversed upwards, which did stop us out, which is unfortunate. It is how it is. I'm just waiting right now to kind of see how it is. So from the XRP and Bitcoin, I kind of broke even. But for for right now, it's just a matter of consolidation, and I'm going to pay attention because things are starting to hint as potential reversal. Even on VeChain right now, we're seeing major reversal signals. Obviously overbought. We're starting to see a big reversal candle, and everything is starting to lead to potential reversals back to bottom support. Bitcoin is starting to show signs of reversal. Now, obviously, we didn't break through this uptrend just yet. This has a very secure bullish uptrend, very secure, movement to the upside. And obviously it's much more secure and firm than XRP, because on Bitcoin we're looking at this on the daily, and for XRP, we're looking at this on the 4-hour. Obviously this will not hold as well as what Bitcoin will, but as you can see, we were overbought and we're starting to reverse downwards. So I can anticipate a small correction to $1.37. As for Bitcoin, even if Bitcoin does decide to break lower, I can only see it kind of topping off at the lowest, probably down to bottom support at $59,000, or maybe at most $61,000 between this level here. If at any point I do see this coin once again breach back down and hit bottom support and start to tear back upwards, I will be buying in for an immediate reverse to the upside. Otherwise, it's pretty much going to cover everything. We're starting to obviously see the S&P 500 see a bit of a decline as well. This was expected. I've been talking about this, and I guess it's now, kind of affecting the markets as well on cryptocurrency. I know things of similarity don't necessarily mean it's the cause. Correlation isn't always causation. But the fact that we're seeing a reversal here, I could easily see a small recovery back down to here and then pumping even higher, which would honestly be ideal for a market scenario like this. But otherwise, VeChain, like I said, is starting to reverse downwards. We're seeing Bitcoin reverse downwards, and then Ethereum is also starting to see that same movement. So everything across the board is starting to show signals of potential correction. So just be a little mindful of that. Obviously, today was more of a consolidation episode where we're just watching how exactly things are trading. I did make that position last night on XRP, and I bought in right at the bottom right here, and then we immediately started to rise back up, and I did make a small adjustment to my stop loss, and then the second I did so, we started to reverse downwards and I got stopped out. So there was a very small window yesterday of opportunity to buy in, but now we're starting to back down and retest this bottom support. So we'll see how things go. You got to trade around, play with the markets. You win some, you lose some. But right now we are starting to breach through this bottom support here, which is not a good sign. Granted, we only had 2 confirmations. So I'm really curious to see how exactly today plays out for the coin. If everything starts to dip lower, it's pretty much going to lead us into a bear market for the next couple of days. And obviously, we'll have to switch positions to shorting instead of buying long. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.